All right. Next question says, whenever I push hard on my competition bench, I get a really bad pain in my left shoulder, and it's happening mostly with heavy weights and high intensities. So I went to a physical therapist, and she told me that I have a shoulder impingement and that my tissues are inflamed. She also told me that I should take about a week or two off from the movement, which irritates my shoulder, anything like a flat bench, and rebuild it slowly. Yesterday, I found out that if I do my competition bench with a slight incline, say around 15 degrees, that I have zero pain. So my questions are, should I change the competition bench press with a slight incline bench press? So answer to your first question here. Based on what you're saying, yeah, that should be useful. I would stick to the PT recommendations. But if you can do a movement and there's no pain, then that's generally a good sign. And oh, by the way, I like that movement in general for most people as a assistance exercise anyway. I think the 15-degree incline is a good assistance exercise. So I think that would be a good choice for you. Next question says, could this movement help my competition bench? Well, yeah, I think it could. It's normally something that we would like to see in conjunction with your competition bench. So we don't like to have periods in your programming where we don't do the competition exercise at all, but this is obviously a different set of circumstances. When you're dealing with an injury, sometimes you have to do that. So I think this would be a good choice. And your third question says, if I change my bench to a 15-degree incline bench, how should I go back to doing my competition bench when I'm getting closer to a meet? Well, I'm not entirely clear on the issue that you've got. If this is a thing that will go away, as it sounded like kind of in your more initial description, then I would say once it's gone away, then get back to doing the competition bench. It's hard to beat highly specific practice in terms of something that's gonna help you and help your bench improve. But with that said, if you're going to take a period of time and do this incline bench, or maybe you're going to continue doing the incline bench for a long time, transitioning back to a flat is going to be a bit tricky. As far as how to go about doing it, I would just do it. I wouldn't think, I don't think there's too much of a transition that needs to be made. It's not like you're not doing any pressing at all. So I don't think you need a long introduction period or anything like that. I would be cognizant of your RPEs and be quite cautious with those in the first few workouts, especially because chances are your flat bench, your competition bench, is not going to be in a peak performance condition when you go back to it. So I wouldn't expect to set a PR right out of the gate, although it could happen. It's happened for plenty of people. I just wouldn't expect it. I would say that for even more people, they don't set a PR when they've not been practicing the movement. So I would just go back to the flat bench, the competition bench, and be mindful of your RPEs and try to build back up just as you would any other lift. Don't shoot for the moon right away. Just try to take what's there and get your momentum going again. I think what you'll find is that since you hadn't been exposed to that stimulus in a while, that you'll respond quickly and you'll regain what you had previously rather fast, and then from there, hopefully that will lead into some more and better top end strength as you continue to develop it. But the key there is going to be getting your technique back and not overshooting your RPEs and just getting a consistent performance established and building on that momentum.